My name is Martin Matthews here. Wanted to come live, talk to you about a few things that's been on my mind, especially as we handle economic cycles that's going on right now. I don't know if you guys knew about this, but you've got another banking issue, another big bank that's could be taken over. So they like had like $50 billion worth of deposits. They lost a bunch of deposits. People are unsure about the banking system. So when you are a business owner, different things happen in the economy, even that's not even happening in your industry, start to affect you. So I thought I'll go online here and talk a little bit about building wealth as a business owner. What are some of the things particular to business owners that you need to be aware of? Everything from organizing your business, how it's structured, to cash flow. Whenever there's a cash flow crunch in your business, to business capital, and also how do you keep things organized? Because for business owners, your business is generally the driver of your personal wealth. So you go and you build a business, and a lot of your actual wealth, your net worth, is tied to your business, unless you use revenue from the business to then buy assets. So I'm going to talk about that. How do you do that effectively? How do you structure that? And how you do that when you're a busy person? Because that's one of the business owners' biggest issues, is that you're super busy. The majority of small businesses in America have zero employees, which means there's one guy doing everything. And if you're one guy doing everything, or gal doing everything, it can be difficult for you to like wear all of the hats and do everything properly and do everything well. Eventually, something drops out. So that's the kind of the nature of these series of talks. And because a lot of our clients are business owners. For those of you who don't know us or don't know me, my wife Chelsea and I have a financial services business. So we do a lot of things related to financing in the financial industry. Everything from business, identifying business capital, organizing your financial life, using life insurance as your own bank, retirement, all these different things, private real estate deals, all of that we help our clients to do. And so commodities, all these different things. So if those are things that you're interested in, stay tuned. We're going to talk about that. If you have any questions on this topic, feel free to drop it in the comments and let me know. If you're a business owner or you aspire to be one, what are some of the things that you're facing or you're dealing with on the subject of finances? Most of the time, it's when I talk to business owners, they're concerned about capital. They're like, I want to grow my business, but I need capital. I want to hire people, but I need money. I need capital. How do I need to market? I need to spend more money on marketing so I can generate sales. All of that. And for those of you who are business owners, you operate a business and you're stuck. You're like, hey, I'm stuck right now. I don't know what to do next, what moves I should be making. We actually have a business assessment that you can take. So DM me if you want access to our business assessment. You can take that, and it will score and look at your business for hey, what are the areas that I need to focus on in my business right now. We have a whole program that we talk to our clients about and help them on those kinds of different things. So we'd love to be a resource for you on that. But the building wealth as a business owner, it's not just about you just continuing to expand. At some point, as you expand your business is supporting your household. So the business itself has to be strong. It has to be solid. It has to be able to create enough revenue, all these different things, because it's what's supporting your household. And then eventually, the way you got to structure things, first of all, is to have your household and your business separate. That's one of the minimal basic rules, is to not mingle your business expense with your personal expense. And a lot of times for business owners, that could be a little bit confusing. I'm going out to eat. Is this a business meal or is this a personal meal? Let's say you and your business partner are also friends, or you and, like in our case, my wife and I are in business together. Is this a business meal or is this a personal meal? Well, are we going to discuss business? So we go in there, we discuss business. And then we also take notes about what we discussed. Hey, on this day, this is a business thing we're going to discuss as business partners here. So my wife and I may go out and we can deduct some of that, what we spend on our meals, because we discuss business and we document that, hey, we discussed business. Here's what we discussed. Here's what was going on in our business this week. And we went to a meeting and we discussed these things. So understand the differences between that. That's one of the things you got to do as a business owner. But it comes down to organization. If you are busy as a business person, what is actually going to help you to be able to do more and expand is you got to be organized. If you're not organized in your finances, which I know a lot of you are not, if you're not organizing your finances, you don't know where the money's flowing, you don't know where things are at, you can't produce instantly a financial statement to know, hey, I need to know where everything's at right now. Boom. Can you produce an instant financial statement? Do you know what your business is valued? You're trying to raise capital, but you have no idea what your business is worth. All of these are things you need to know. You want to get a trust and have an LLC, and a trust owns your LLC, all of that. Okay, how will you determine if you don't know what your business is worth? How would you determine the value of that asset that you're putting into a trust? How are you going to know that? You're not going to know that. So a lot of times the things you're trying to do has to deal with organization. You've got to be well organized so that if your books are in order, your finances are in order, everything's in order, it's easier to run things with less headache. So it's what we strive to do. And of course, it's not always going to be perfect, but you continually have to improve to get to a position where, and we're constantly doing this in our business. We're constantly working on continually train our staff, constantly working on new products and services, constantly working on how do we reach people on different platforms. All of these things, we're constantly doing that. And we reach millions of people a week just through social media. Still, we're constantly thinking about ways to continue to improve, to continue to expand, and looking at what people actually need and want that we can deliver on for them. So look, one of the things that we do that we help a lot of business owners do is be able to do something called tax planning. So April, you'll hear about, in the beginning of the year, you hear a lot about taxes. And then in April, you hear a lot about taxes because generally April 15th is the date you have to file your taxes, is the date you got to get everything done by. So if you, every year, it's a mad dash, meaning you're so focused on your business, you forget to get all your documents in order, all these different things. Now you got to file your taxes. And now you're frantically going crazy during the month of April to try to get everything all together. That is a sign that there's tremendous disorganization around your finances. Whenever there's disorganization on your financial lines, it means you're missing out on a lot of money. Something's being dropped, you're missing income. And you're not building present wealth. If every time taxes come around is a mad dash, you got to scatter for things. If you don't know where your business is at, you can't look in one document and see where your business is at right now, that means there's money that you're missing out on due to disorganization in your finances. So finances, money doesn't flow when there's things are disorganized. Money doesn't flow there because it gets stuck. It just there's no organization to tell it where to go next. So it's I'm not going to flow here. So you want things orderly and organized. So it's one of the things we help our clients do. So talk about tax planning. Tax planning is where let me take a step back. The tax code, the American tax system is very crazy. It is an insane tax system. Okay. It is insane. It's a surprise that we function within this tax system at all. It's an insane tax system. People don't understand it. The people who pass the laws, a lot of them don't read it. But here's how these things become law. The taxes you pay. Somebody lobbies for it. Somebody asks for it. Okay. Tax cuts, tax changes, they don't just happen accidentally. Somebody wants it to happen. So they lobby for it, which can be good or bad depending on which side of this you sit on. But let's say you're a business owner and then there's some tax incentives for business. It means somebody lobbied for that to happen and then they caused that to happen. Now, while you're busy running your business, you're probably not aware of all the different tax things you qualify for, all the different tax deductions you qualify for, all the different things that could help your business financially and help you pay less taxes. You may not be aware of all of those things. Why? Because the tax code is super massive. It's estimated over 70,000 pages in the tax code. While you're busy running your business, you don't have time to go examine the tax code. I mean, when's the last time you read 70,000 pages? However, there's the interesting thing about the tax code. Most of those pages actually tell you how to pay less taxes. They tell you, here's this deduction, here's this credit, here's this thing, here's this structure, here's how you qualify for it. Here's the rules, here's where they are, here's what you need to do. That's what the majority of the tax code, that's what's in there. Why? Because it's been lobbied for. Certain industries lobby for that. So how are you, a busy individual, executive, business owner, how are you to know which things you qualify for? How do you exactly plan and structure that? You don't know. So as a result, you can't guarantee that you're taking all the deductions that you could take that you're legally entitled to, unless you're doing tax planning. So what tax planning is like artificial intelligence that made things a lot easier. So we have a tool that we help our clients with. What's up? Good day and good wealth to all. Absolutely. What's up, everybody? If you guys got questions or comments on IG or Facebook, drop it in there. Let me know. If you have thoughts on some of this stuff, share it if you like this comment. If you like this content, want others to see it. But we have a tool that's been artificial intelligence has been trained on the tax code and tax law and tax cases. So it's been trained on that. So we can take somebody's 1040 and we can use our tool to identify all of the tax deductions that person is legally entitled to, that it legally qualify for, and then apply specific strategies to say, okay, you qualify for this, and this. Sometimes it's 5 or 8 different tax strategies we're using. Sometimes it's 3. But the whole idea is, okay, you qualify based on your business and your revenue and where you're at and your employees and all these different things. You qualify for this. For example, there's something called the employee retention credit. If you're a business owner, you may have seen or heard about it. A lot of people are talking about it, that you can qualify for this, for a tax credit, if you had a certain number of employees during from 2020, because they're continuing this. But from 2020, some businesses had disruptions due to COVID, and some businesses didn't make as much money as they could have made had COVID not happened. So the government is giving some tax credits based on that. And so you may qualify for some of these things, but you may not be aware of it. So actually, if you have W-2 employees, if you had at least 5 W-2 employees, I think from February 2020, so let us know if you can send us a message on there, and we'll see if you qualify for the employee retention credit. So that there's all kinds of tax incentives that's being given by the government to help business owners. One, because business owners create jobs. Half of the people that are working in America are employed in a small business. So small business owners are the primary drivers of employment in America. All right. So we want to help business owners flourish and prosper. So if you're somebody who's like, you're stuck, you're like, hey, I need to understand my business better. I need to understand my finances as a whole. I need to be able to see everything in one place, look where my finances are at. All of these different things. I want to understand tax planning. I don't want to just wait till April and just like be a mad dash to handle my taxes. I want to be able to each quarter look at how I'm doing and implement specific strategies that would apply for me. If that's you, if that's the things that you're like, hey, it's crazy with how I have to rush every April, every March, or whatever it is to get my taxes handled, send me a message. We have a program particularly designed for business owners, or people who aspire to be business owners, or you're an executive in a business, you're in management, something like that, that will help you organize your entire financial life. We have a customized app where you can see your entire financial picture, your real estate assets, both business and personal, your debts, everything. It looks at your entire net worth. and help you understand specific things you can do in different areas to improve the financial condition of that area. There's 12 different areas of your finances, the 6 building blocks that make up your financial house, and within those, there's 12 different sub areas. That's your entire financial picture: cash flow, debt management, reserves, proper protection, build wealth, build legacy, all of that. Like, for example, you have to be able to understand modern tools, because most financial advice that you get that's designed for the middle class is not the advice that wealthy people use. It's not what they use to build their wealth. Most wealthy people never use that advice that you get. So they do other things. All right, to do other things that's different than that. And so how do you know specifically what is right for you? So a lot of wealthy people don't do the cookie cutter things that the masses get advice to do, because everybody's unique. So you need a plan that's specific to you. And most people don't have a plan. They just have a bunch of stuff. So most of the time when people say they have a financial advisor, they really don't have an advisor. They have somebody they bought something from. And so they have a transactional relationship. They bought something from the guy and they're like, okay, that guy's now my advisor. But there's not ongoing planning. So one of the things we do is we created a whole program to help our clients have ongoing planning throughout the year. How do we plan ongoingly for minimizing your taxes? And then you having a specific report that says, this is the strategy we should use, this is the strategy we use, this is this other strategy we should use, and this is exactly how much is going to reduce your taxes. What would it be? What is it worth for you to actually just if you know that? Because most business owners don't. We get hundreds, almost every day, hundreds of DMs, and people are like, "Hey, I want to pay less taxes. I want to do all this." Well, you have to plan to pay less taxes. It doesn't just happen automatically. It's a plan, and then so there's that aspect of it. Others like, I want to get all my finances. I got 3 different bank accounts, and I got to log into a bunch of different apps every time to look at all my stuff. I can't see all my real estate, my bank accounts, everything in one place. Right. So now we have a tool that allows you to actually look at all of that. And then we can create people like, hey, throughout the year, I need personal financial statements throughout the year. But it's always a delay when I'm trying to get those. We can produce personal financial statements like instantly for our clients whenever they want. Net worth statements. Do you know how you're going to increase your net worth every year? Because a lot of people are like, I want to buy assets over liabilities. Great. How? What's your plan? How exactly are you going to do that? What type of asset? How much are you going to put towards your assets? How much are your cash flow you saving? What's your reserves looking like? What's your reserve target? Most people cannot answer these questions. If you can't answer these questions, it means it's a mystery. When something's a mystery, it's never going to get done. So one of the things we do is we help our clients have answers. How much are you going to increase your net worth this year? Okay, we're going to increase your net worth by 10% this year, 20%, 50%, whatever. And we're talking about high net worth people. So we're talking about somebody's like, well, I'm worth 5.8 million. Okay, let's see. How do we increase your net worth by 10 to 20% this year? That means we're adding another $500,000 to $1 million of net worth to the person. Well, how do you increase your net worth? What is your net worth? Is your assets minus your liabilities. So what we're going to be doing is strategizing, how do we acquire more assets and minimize the liabilities so that bigger spread we're increasing the net worth. And then how much do you need to make work optional? All of these, there's answers to these. Finances has to do with numbers. Numbers are things you can calculate. So if I can calculate something, I can set a target. And then I can measure to see if I'm getting closer to my target or I'm moving away from my target. It doesn't have to be super complicated. It's just that is a mystery to a lot of people because they've never been taught to look at it that way. So it's just a game. It's just a financial game, but then you need to know the rules of the game. And so that is exactly what we teach our clients to do. We have a program where we do all of this stuff for our clients, business valuation, business analysis, seeing where you're at in your business, what do you need to focus on, what your business is worth, all of that. So if you're interested in something like that and you want our help with this, you want to help you organize your financial life so that you're not going so crazy on your financial lines, we could send me a DM on that. We'll give you some details on it. The other thing is you have in our business, we have something called an organizing board. All of our businesses, we have something called an organizing board. Basically what it is there's different divisions to your business. There's division that deals with hiring people, training staff, making sure everybody's trained and can produce and understand their jobs. All of that. That's one division. There's another division that handles all of the money that comes in and goes out. All of that. Make sure your documents are tracked well. All these things. That's another division, right? There's another division that makes sure the products and services that you produce are of high quality, and that is produced in the right way, all of that. So there's different divisions in your business. You may not even be aware of that, but there's different divisions. So for our business owner clients, we essentially become an extension of their life, of their business. We help them handle this aspect of it so that that division can be properly supported. So it's hard for you to do all of this on your own. Most people, if you're trying to get to where you need to go, I was telling people there's 3 things you need if you want to go from, if you're feeling stuck or you're like, I just need clarity, I need a lot of help in this area. I want to take, wearing too many hats. I want somebody else to help me with some of these pieces. To get to where you want to go, there's 3 key things. You need tools. What are the tools I'm going to use that'll make it easier for me to get to where I want to go? So you need tools. Second thing you need is a strategy. What's my strategy? How exactly am I going to do this? I want to build wealth. Okay, what is your wealth building strategy? I want to start a business. What is your strategy? I want to grow my business. What is the strategy? If you don't have one, you need to have one. You can't build wealth with no strategy. You can't become your own bank with no strategies, an entire strategy behind that. You can't hey, I want to create tax-free income. Well, it doesn't materialize. It doesn't fall from the sky. Okay. Tax-free income. Maybe it does. If money fell from the sky, I guess you don't have to report it in your taxes, but the IRS will still want that money. Okay. So, but tax-free income doesn't just fall out of nowhere. It's caused from a strategy, right? So then you need tools, the right tools. You need the right strategy, and you need the right team. So your skill set may be in working in your business. That's one skill set. Your skill set may not be in, okay, let me take this money I've made and how do I strategically use it to go build wealth? So not everybody has all the skill sets for success. So you partner with people. You then bring other people to help you do the things that you need help with. That's what I do. I got my skill sets I'm good at those. The other things I'm not good at, I hire somebody else to do that. Because why would I try to be good at something I'm bad at versus just pushing down the things that I'm great at and doing that better? I can always improve the things I'm not so great at, but I don't need to spend all my tremendous amount of time there being great at every single thing. So you got to look at that in your business and in your life. The things you're good at, focus on that. The things you're not so great at, get people, get a team. Most people always have a team. So I tell people when they work with us, they get access to our team. You get access to our team, our staff, our office, our network. Of course, we got a great network of people that we know. And so you get access to that. The other day, somebody needed a specific type of real estate attorney for a specific state. And we're able to make a connection for them just through our network alone. So when people work with us, they get access to all of these different things, not just one person, one guy, and then they're trying to do something for you. They got access to all of that. And so, so if those things are of interest to you and you're somebody who wants to keep growing and expanding, send us a DM. We'll be happy to help you with that. But as whatever economic conditions there are as a business owner, the more organized you are, the stronger your team of people who are around you are, the better you end up doing, and the better understanding you have of your cash flow and your wealth, all that stuff, the better you'll do. You should know your money. If you don't know your money, that means there's some mistake happening. You won't even see it. You got to know your money, know what's happening, especially. And then if you're a business owner, you got to know your business money and your personal money, all of that. So I'll be going live more frequently, talking about some of these different things here that's going on, what you need to do. If you're a business owner, if you need any help, reach out to us. We'll be happy to help you with some of the strategies that we have. Especially if you're interested in private real estate deals. If you're like, hey, I like affordable housing. I want to get into private real estate deals. How exactly you do that, we'll show you that, and we'll share more about some of those programs we have. We have a turnkey real estate program that we introduce to some of our clients. So if you wanted to know more about those kinds of things, let us know. I'll be happy to help you with that. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day, and we'll